Welcome back to Nine Fingered Knives. Today on the channel, I want to talk about how I cut my thumb, a design feature I would like to change on the field sharpener. I want to increase the length of the handle. Not me, but I wish as a customer we had that. And talk about this cold steel Recon Tanto. And this has been on my list to review for a long time. I just haven't gotten around to it until it cut me. So we're going to get into it. First, let's pay some bills. And here he is. All right, so let me just start by saying I'm not a very clumsy person. I don't fall down on ice. If you throw things at me, I'm prone to catching them. You know, I'm one of those ninja buddies you may have. I'm sure you guys have a ninja buddy. If not, you may be the ninja buddy. You know, that high dexterity person in your group. That's generally me. And I always had a bunch of clumsy giant friends, and I'm like, 5'10", I walk around 190. So I'm not like a massive dude or anything. And all my friends were like really, really big dudes usually. I don't know why, but giants, I got along with them. And they were forever hurting themselves. They were bumping into things. They were falling down. I always got a kick out of it. Now, later in life, I'm starting to hurt myself. So I think, I know at least karmically on some level, I had this coming. But it's been a while since I hurt myself. Pretty funny. I was actually in the shop and I was using my little diode laser that I have to put my logo on the sheath I made for my cold steel Recon. And if you notice, this was a sheath for a customer. It has a wonky eyelet. Look, a little Mad Eye Moody going on right there. Okay? So it's wonky. I mean, you might look at that as a design feature. I could probably put this on eBay. Nobody would know. That's what eBay's for, right? But I decided to keep it. I like to keep the good sheaths that just have one flaw. It doesn't change the function with it. You may have noticed that I'm evolving as I go with this sheath making thing. There's a lot of flaws. Like, look, the drainage holes have now moved down to below the blade here, and I don't know if that's helping. I'm thinking about putting a tiny drill bit in there and just mushing these together, but I don't know how I'm going to get the alignment perfect. I could also mold it that way. There's a few things I can do there. But this is evolving. I started this during the beginning of the pandemic, so I'm no expert in sheath making. I just got real slick with like a very simple design with a combat loop. I ran out of combat loops. They're in the mail. So I actually put these on I had for holsters. These kind of like closed clips. And it's pretty sweet because with this knife, we're going to get into it. It balances really nice. So it's making a nice sheath. My laser was cutting this logo in, pretty slick, right? I don't have an enclosure yet for my laser system, so I'm breathing in all this junk, and I'm using fans to push it away for right now and out the window. But I need an exhaust system for it. I need an enclosure. It jacks up your eyes when you glance at it. I've done that a few times. I have glasses and stuff. I just don't wear them. I suck. I'm bad with safety is my point, and the reason being is I've always been a bit of a ninja. Something falls, I'm out of the way. I don't know. I don't usually cut myself. But my point is that this sheath was getting its logo put on, and I went into the next room we're using for photography and some other stuff that's still not quite set up in the basement. And I was down there, and I was to the honing aspect. When I make sheaths for you guys, just so you know, your knife can be dulled a little bit in the process. It just kind of happens. I don't know where it happens. I know that I put a couple of layers of painter's tape on the knives to protect the finish and also to give me a little bit of distance, clearance. And to cut that out, I actually kind of trace around the edge of the blade. So that may be part of it. I may be rubbing up against the blade a little bit there. And then also drawing and checking retention and stuff. I don't know. Either way, after I make, 5 to 10 sheaths, which I've just made for this Recon for both eBay and our site, all cool stuff like this, too, with combat loops, my thumb is bumping. This just happened. I wanted to make the video right now because it's fresh. Anyway, so you can be like here, right? You got your 20-degree angle guide here and here on the field sharpener. You guys have seen the field sharpener before. God damn, the battery's going to die. I don't know where I was at before that battery died. But wherever it was probably something about the Worksharp Field Sharpener, which I highly recommend, by the way. It's a great piece of gear. I don't remember how much it is. I'm a little delirious right now. It's like sub $30. This cut happened right before this video, so I'm going to go deal with it. It's all wrap type, and it's bumping. It's like do-do, do-do, do-do. Lily saw it. We shut the flap. We put this on it. I said, I want to make a video, so just because I can't work on sheaths right now, so I'm one of those guys, I got to get stuff done. Are you the same way? Are you a workaholic when you are passionate about what you do? I like what I do. So anyway, this thing is, it's like sub $30. It's highly recommended by me. It's kind of my go-to. This is actually my second one I bought, and I'm going to continue to buy them. But to hide from the laser that was giving me this logo, that was making this logo, I went in the darkened room like an idiot. And I'm sitting there thinking about the cold steel Recon Tanto and why, as you sharpen a knife, you think about it, right? I don't know why I've never really gotten into this knife that much. Like, I bought this knife with the intention of upgrading it to one of the two better steel choices. I think you have a CPM 3V at the top. I don't know how much that is either, guys. Not the point. 2 and change. And then you have some sort of San Mai VG10 thing, I believe, in the middle at $150, somewhere in there, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in there. But I've just never really dug this blade for some reason. I know a lot of you guys think I pick on cold steel. I don't pick on cold steel at all. As a matter of fact, over the decades, I know I'm personally responsible for buying Lynn Thompson several pairs of white sneakers. So, I love those shoes. Anyway, no, I love Cold Steel. Dude, Cold Steel's that company, man. They make everything. They're awesome. Just stuff for us knife dorks. It's just awesome. It's like, I wanted to know what a Gladius was like, kinda. So I got like their Gladius machete for $30, giving it to a friend many years ago. Shout out to AC. But that's the point, just like certain cool designs and stuff. And something like this for this, what steel was this? SK5 steel? You can get this knife for like $50 or less. I've seen it for less. It just comes with a crappy Secure X sheath. But if you had this knife, even with the SK5 steel, by the way, this SK5, for my money, it's a little bit softer, but I get similar sharpening results that I do with a 1095 knife, like my beloved CM6. So that's kind of weird. It takes a hell of an edge. With this Recon Tanto, you actually get a bit of a belly. I forget how long the blade is now. I'm not going to look everything up, guys. It's not a full review. It's just I cut myself, and I got to talk about the Recon Tanto 2. This knife was going to go on my vest as just kind of like a backup knife. It's kind of been in several packs. I never get rid of it, though, because it's good for making sheaths for. A lot of people want a custom sheath for this knife. And right before I cut myself, I had this revelation about the knife as I was sharpening it on this honing rod here. That with this little bit of belly, you're hearing the lanyard drag across my thing here. With this little bit of belly, it's just a hell of a slicer. I was just thinking that. And then my thumb protruding from the edge as it is, you're only hanging on by this. That's why a little bit longer of a handle so I can get my stupid fingers out of the way, man. And I don't know about coming back, but it's just some way to protect myself because I'm not usually this clumsy, but I was kind of in the dark. My thumb was extended a little bit like this, and I just sliced down through. And let me tell you, this belly. So the good news is the tool functions properly. This thing works pretty well. And after I cut myself and I kind of like saw the cut, I sort of like this knife more now. I know that sounds weird, but just the way this thing functions, it's not really meant to be your bushcrafty thing. Obviously, you got plenty of thickness here. Nice stock there. And it always just felt like a lightweight crowbar to me. But where this thing would shine is in the winter time because you have this rubberized handle here. Really comfortable with gloves on. A little boxy, but I don't mind it. I like these handles. I think they're cool. And in a sheath, they just look super badass. I mean, look at that. This knife looks awesome. In that sheath, I'm digging it. Even with these weird closed attachments, I'm cool with it because they sort of disperse the weight. It's a very light, lively knife too. Very lightweight for sure. Would I recommend the Cold Steel Recon Tanto, even though it bit me in the thumb? Absolutely. I would say yes, for sure. $50. You can't go wrong. And if you really love it, you could upgrade to the fancier steels and just kind of really appreciate this knife's design. It used to have a bit of a, oh, what's this called here? Like a ricasso area here, but it was squared off. I'm glad they did away with that for this one that I have. So yeah, it's a really cool knife. Lily has the SRK. She really likes it a lot too. They're a little tricky to make sheaths for because I don't want to burn any of this stuff here. It actually came like that. You have a lanyard hole here, pretty generous size. It's fine for your 550. And the tip, very acute and very strong at the tip. Can you see that? Is this focusing correctly? Hopefully that helps. Bap. You got a nice strength all the way to the end of the tip. I mean, it's a good scrapping knife, I'd say. Good for potato digging. Bush crafting tasks and stuff. Surprisingly decent chopper, actually. You could get by chopping with this. But I'd say I'd relegate this to self-defense in the woods, food prep. It is actually light enough to where you could probably lash this to some type of stick and have some type of hunting spear with it. I don't know, just spitballing here, but you could probably do a lot with this in a survival situation, I'm sure. The lightweight nature of it is actually pretty cool, too. It's not bogging you down. Even with this Kydex sheath, it is very, very lightweight. So anyway, it's a huge buy for me. I think it's a really great knife, and I don't know why I wasn't jiving with it before it hurt me. But now that it has, we're like, I don't know, maybe it just needed maybe it just needed to let me know I wasn't respecting it like I should, you know? So either way, it's got a great sheath now. Should be happy. Work sharp. Love this thing. Only thing I'm asking is a bit longer handle. I don't know. I guess is that making this whole thing too long? You guys tell me. Would you like to see a change to this? And have any of you been cut from your sharpening systems in the past? If so, what cut you? What bit you? And then finally, to wrap it all up, thank you to our Subscribe Star peoples. I think we're going to make a $3 tier for giveaways now, starting right now this video, let's say. So it's a $1 tier if you want to support, which is great. The $3 tier will be for the giveaways. This is the next giveaway, this Fox trekking Bowie. Look at this thing. It's part of the giveaway from Josh Fields. Freaking awesome. So this is going to go up there pretty soon. That's going to be my first $3 tier giveaway. And you really can't go wrong. There's 5 people on there, guys. I mean, even if you don't care about me at all, do you like to win stuff? Do you like to win stuff with really high odds? Do you like to spend $3 on a 1 in 6 chance of this buoy? I don't know. Am I the crazy one for pushing it? So I'm going to keep pushing Subscribe Star. I think it's going to take off. We're going to keep giving stuff away. So as always, thank you guys so much. You guys were so cool in the last video. The Hill People chest rig, it's just a great piece of gear. So I'm glad a lot of you guys are checking it out that didn't know about it. I didn't know about it. I was late to the game too. So I know you guys all know this knife. And to those of you that have this knife, let me know what your primary application is for it. I'm willing to bet it's for potato digging. But, who knows? Maybe you've flexed this knife into a utility role. By its price point, that's in the ballpark. You can certainly do that, and it is very capable. So let me know what you use this knife for, what you like it for, and if you need a sheath, as always, don't be a stranger. I'll be back in the shop tomorrow, and we will see you guys next time on 5-Minute Knives. It's like do-do, 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 bumping, bumping.